Alright, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good whatever time of day it is and whatever part of the world you're at right now. Welcome back, and today we're going to do another algebra lesson about solving quadratics by the use of square roots, okay? So, quadratic equations in the form ax squared plus c equals 0 can be solved using square roots, okay? In other words, there is no bx term, okay? So, there's two steps. Isolate the x squared term and then take the square root of both sides. Simple as that. So, for the example here, I added 49 to both sides. I had x squared equals 49. Then I took the square root of both sides. Square root of x squared is x. Square root of 49 is positive 7 and negative 7. So x equals positive 7 and x equals negative 7. Let's go through and do a few of these problems here. So for number one, first thing I would do is add 16 to both sides. When I do that, I'm going to rewrite it to say x squared equals 16. And then we're going to take the square root of both sides. So what's the square root of 16? Positive 4 and negative 4. So x is going to equal positive 4 and x is going to equal negative 4. And if I wanted to write my solutions, I could write it as 4, 0 and negative 4, 0. All right, let's take a look at number 2. Add 100 to both sides. That's going to isolate the x squared and say x squared equals 100. We're going to take the square root of 100, and the square root of 100 is positive 10 and negative 10, so x equals positive 10 and x equals negative 10, and we can write the solutions as negative 10, 0 and positive 10, 0. All right, number 3. We would subtract 25 from both sides here to isolate the x squared term, and we would end up with x squared equals negative 25. All right, now if we take the square root of both sides, we're going to get x equals the square root of negative 25. We cannot take the square root of a negative number, so this would be no solutions here. No solutions, okay, because you cannot take the square root of a negative number, okay? You cannot do that. All right, number 4. Number 4, we would first start off by subtracting 7 from both sides. And when we do that, we would rewrite our equation to say x squared equals 81. And when we take the square root of both sides, the square root of 81 is positive 9 and negative 9. So x is equal to positive 9, x is equal to negative 9, which means our solutions are negative 9, 0 and positive 9, 0. Okay? Number 5. Number 5, we can add 5 to both sides to get the x squared by itself. That would leave us with x squared is equal to positive 1. And if we take the square root of positive 1, we get x is equal to 1, x is equal to negative 1, which makes our x-intercepts negative 1, 0, and 1, 0. Okay? Alright, let's take a look at number 6. Number 6, we would just simply divide both sides by 6 to isolate the x squared. And that's going to be x squared is equal to 9. When we take the square root of both sides, and we get the square root of 9, the square root of 9 is equal to 3, and it's equal to negative 3. So one of our x-intercepts is 3, 0. Our other x-intercept is negative 3, 0. Okay? Moving on. Number 7. If we want to get the x squared term by itself, we divide both sides by negative 2. And what do we end up with? X squared is equal to positive 49. And when we take the square root of 49, we get positive 7 and negative 7. Which means that our x-intercepts are positive 7, 0 and negative 7, 0. Okay? Alright, and let's take a look at number 8. Number 8, we would actually multiply both sides by 4/3. And when we do that, that gets the x squared term by itself. And 48 times 4/3 is 64. And the square root of 64 is positive 8 and negative 8. So x equals positive 8, x equals negative 8. Our x-intercepts are positive 8, 0 and negative 8, 0. All right? And that will conclude our lesson on solving quadratic equations by using square roots.